Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Orlando. It's great to have you all here in Florida. You always get a warm welcome. It's nice, and we're going to have a fantastic time. I'm very much looking forward to spending time with all of you, and of course, give you a little bit of an update on SUSE. What are we doing? What's happened? What's going to happen? A lot of excitement, and let's get started. We are in 2025. And I think one thing you will all agree with me on is 2025 is a year in which we're experiencing a surge of innovation in our industry. Perhaps the biggest surge we've seen in 25 years. There's so much happening. We're trying to harness and onboard all these new technologies, whether it's cloud, whether it's edge, whether it's AI, and this honestly takes a lot of effort from all of you, from all of us. It's a matter of money. It's a matter of learning and understanding all these new technologies. It's a matter of staying focused. But it's also extremely, extremely important to not forget that we got to keep things running. And that is a big task. We got to manage our existing systems. We can't drop the ball on that. We simply can't. So here we are. You got to innovate, and you got to do this, and you don't want to do this at the cost of what you already have, right? This is important. Keep things running and do more with less. Managing more change that happens faster in a shorter time with less budget. This pretty much sums it all up. In an environment that is so under pressure, it's important to have options. And often the options that we have and that we've seen, they don't look so good. Because we've seen a lot of things happening. There's erosion of choice. And there is consolidation that drives this erosion of choice. Fewer vendors. There's a lot of acquisitions happening, right? There's vendor lock-in as a result of that. There is an increased cost. Prices go up. And then, of course, what really, really bothers me, there is a pullback of core open source principles. So what I see and what I hear when I travel, and I travel a lot, and I've seen some of you in the places you live, and I meet CEOs and CIOs, and we have conversations about what's on their mind. And one thing that's really on everybody's mind is that you don't like it when choice is taken away from you, when you have to spend money on legacy systems that are actually running stable and that are really cool systems that you don't want to touch because you want to spend your money and your time on innovation. But you're being forced, and that takes away control. And if you're not in control of your own destiny, of your own IT infrastructure, this is not good. And this is really what I hear from our customers they don't like. They want to be back in control. They want choice. So what we're doing in SUSE, and you're going to hear about it, and you've seen the videos, Choice Happens, is bringing back the choice. Because we want to restore some of that balance that is, gone out of balance back into your favor. We want to give you choice, and we want to make sure that you have power to make decisions that are good for your organization. So with SUSE, you can leave your legacy systems to us. Because what we're doing, we're making sure that those systems run stable, they can continue to run for longer than you would normally expect, so that you can really spend time on your innovation. And we do this in a reliable and very structural way, so that you can trust that everything goes well. So let me talk through the key things that we have in our portfolio. Obviously, you know us from SLES, right? SLES is very well known. Did you know that 33 years ago, when we started with SLES, we were the very first company to offer an enterprise Linux solution? This is a piece of credibility that SUSE is known for, but not everywhere around the world, so I just wanted to highlight that. We've been contributing to the kernel as one of the very first providers. And 80% of the global 500 companies are relying on SUSE. SAP, for example, is a partner that we have for over 25 years. And SAP and SUSE have created a very stable platform for customers to run the most business-critical workloads on them. These are now trusted by companies like Coke One in America, like Microsoft, but of course also by SAP themselves. What's more, we offer the longest support period of any Linux on the market. So let's talk a little bit about how we do this, because there are so many different versions of Linux from so many different vendors with our customers on-premise, and we found a solution to this. We went back to the core principles of open source, in which it is all about choice. It's about meritocracy. It's not about the intellectual property that runs on your system. So with our SUSE multi-Linux support, we allow our customers to continue running these Linux systems that they've bought maybe from us, but also from other vendors, without having to touch them. Because it is open source. And because it is open source, you don't have to upgrade or replace anything. You can just get the support, get the enterprise service that you need to run your systems reliable from us. And we then support multiple Linux. That's why we call it multi-Linux support. That takes away a massive, massive burden from our customers. And that helps them then again to spend money on innovate in new things. Innovate, for example, by going cloud native. By going cloud native with Rancher Prime. Rancher Prime is one of those great products that has been recognized by Gartner as a leader in the Magic Quadrant for container management. They did this even before we added full-stack observability to SUSE Rancher Prime, which I hope you all know we did that last year through an acquisition. So this puts us firmly in a great leadership role to give confidence and trust to our customers that we're there to take them on this journey. And if it isn't cloud native that is on your mind, it's probably AI. And if it's AI, then we again have a great solution. Because if you run AI in a very, very fast-moving world where innovation happens faster than we can keep up with, then you don't want to be nailed down and pinned down to a solution that, even though the technology is still emerging at a very fast pace, is being defined by a vendor and you got locked in to their choice of the technologies. You want to be able to run and be flexible, but do it on a platform that is best suited to run AI workloads. And we created that platform. It's a platform that helps you with security. It's a platform that helps you with optimization. It helps you with cost efficiency. And it's just simply the best platform to run AI workloads on, whilst leveraging the fact that AI is still in its infancy. So you can migrate faster. You're not locked in. You don't look back in 5 years and say, like, wow, AI is here and I'm still there. That's what we do with our AI platform. Really, really powerful. Another place where you could choose to invest is Edge. In Edge, we are creating something that did not exist before. A standard operating environment that covers the most diverse and dynamic deployments in this very, very rapidly emerging pace. Because there's so much happening on the edge. And that is really regardless of what footprint you're looking for, whether it's the near edge, whether it's the far edge, or whether it's the tiny edge. And we really created a platform that recognizes all these needs that you have, and also then combine that back to the other things that you see on the slide, because they don't go by themselves. It all works together. You need Linux, you run it in a cloud-native environment, you want to run AI, and you want to do it on the edge. This all comes together in our portfolio story. Now, every one of you will have different needs in different workloads. And you will all want to take your own unique approach. We understand that, and we know that you want choice and choose what's right for you. So whatever your choice is and whatever your partnership looks like, you'll be able to do more with less, keeping your systems running and operational whilst investing in innovation. So we have the solutions, and you have us on our side, and that really helps to innovate for the future. All right, so I want to just take one step back before we go forward and talk to you about 2024. And this is also really to underline the reliability that we want to be for our customer. So we had a very, very strong year in 2024. We focused on getting closer to our customers. We restructured the teams that interact with you and we deepened our commitments to the partners to make sure that you as a customer have all the lines that you need to SUSE in all the ways that you want them to. We simplified our branding. You may have heard that we call the products now according to what they do, so it's easier to find the right product for the right workload. We announced cloud-native offerings by adding the best observability solutions, and that observability is becoming so much more important. And we launched our first AI infrastructure offering that we're really proud of, and that is taking off very nicely. So you can see it was a super, super busy year, and we're very excited. We have a lot of energy, we've got a lot of stuff to do, and that also then turns into results, for which I want to say a big thank you to all of you. Because we achieved, and we're very, very proud and grateful, that we achieved a plus 15% global growth. And you would say, and especially because we're here in America, I think it's important to notice that includes also North America. So we're growing across the globe, and this is important. And why does that matter to you? Well, it matters because you need to be able to trust that SUSE is in it for the long run. And you got to be doing business with a healthy and stable enterprise software company that provides open software infrastructure solutions that you can rely on, not just today, but also in the future. So, back to choice. Choosing SUSE means you have options. Choosing SUSE means that you are not locked in. Choosing SUSE means that you can control your cost and you can access innovation. Choosing SUSE means that you're choosing open source. Well, thank you for your time, and let's make choice happen together.